other videos, we successfully grew some flowering plants like marigold, and the other one we explored earlier was this morning glory. Uh, this vertical gardening is very good as far as leafy vegetables and other stuff is concerned, but this year we have gone one step further and we have explored how can we grow larger plants like bell pepper, and we have been successful in growing bell pepper in this vertical tower. We have already discussed how we made this with a pipe and these elbows and a small funnel, all at a it was a very cheap. Now I wanted to think about 2-3 major points that we came across this year. First of all, the plants here, 2-3 plants from here, they died, and it was because the timer went off, died. Basically the timer got exposed to rain outside, and that's not a good thing, and we did not have the second timer available. So by the time we realized that the timer has died on us and we replaced it with another one, we lost a couple of plants here. Otherwise we were having 10 different plants here. The variety of bell pepper we are growing is California Wonder, and you can see these are quite big plants, and 1, 2, 3 bell peppers are already there, 2 in here, 1, 2, the third one is coming. So we are on an average we are getting 3, and this variety you can expect up to 6. But the point is, it is a very temperature sensitive plant. It requires around 30 plus degrees Celsius temperature, and we are having 20, 24, 25. Night temperature is going to 11. You can see the leaves are turning yellowish. They were lush green, and it's a temperature effect on these plants. So, but anyway, we are successful in growing at least 3 bell pepper on each plant, and these plants are quite large. You can see foot and a half in size. So if you place one plant here and then another one, leaving one space, and then putting another plant here, leaving one space, putting another one, and then leaving one space, putting another one. So we were having approximately 10 plants here, and each one, if the conditions are ideal, your temperatures are ideal for this vegetable, you can expect 6-7 bell pepper per plant. So you can grow around 60-70 bell pepper in a confined area. So that was the idea of growing it here. And now there are 2-3 couple of points more. First is the timer. We should have another one ready just in case anything happens. This time we have wrapped it with the plastic so that no water enters into the timer. The another thing is the pH of the water that is inside the basket, as well as the ppm of the water, parts per million. Now if the parts per million increases, then there is a nutrition lockout. That is the term. The plants, they stop taking the nutrition that you supply. And the pH also, if pH varies, then the plant does not develop. What we are trying to do here, we do not want to involve any pH meter or ppm meter or any kind of test, because we want to grow these plants in home environment and without spending much of the money on those items. Or there are pH neutralizers, chemicals are available. You can increase the pH, you can decrease the pH of water, but we want to manipulate just utilizing the city water here. The pH of the city water is almost ideal for growing the plant. It's no high, no less. But as soon as you add nutrients which are required for these plants to grow, then there is a disturbance in pH as well as the parts per million increase. And then you start observing the nutritional lockout, and the plants, they do not get the nutrition. So what we have tried, that we take the city water, add a little of nutrition, whatever the recommended dose is, we supply half of it at one time. So at that time when we supplied half, because the water was also having another nutrition in it like calcium, phosphorus, they are already inside the water. So the plants were growing very good, supplying half of the recommended dose, and the color was dark green. That means enough of nitrogen is available to the plants. as soon as you start seeing that the water level in the basket has gone down, just add more water rather than adding nutrition into it. Or we tried that way as well. After 3, 4, 5 weeks, we replaced the entire water and used the city water, then added a little bit of nutrition. If you want to give more nutrition to the plant, then you can add more nutrition by replacing the entire water content of the basket. So that is another way. And then we never needed any pH meter or any parts per million test, because we were manipulating by simply replacing the water in the basket or adding more water at the top of it, so that the ppm does not go high, the pH level is not disturbed, and we will be adding nutrition slightly. Little is too much. That's what the theory is. So after doing all these and utilizing city water, our peppers are growing well. They are ready to harvest now, and I'm very happy with the performance here. The only drawback was that we killed a couple of plants, otherwise it could have been total complete vertical tower with vegetables. So the point is, we can definitely grow larger plants like bell pepper or eggplant, or you name it, tomato, whatever. Anything can be grown in vertical tower setup. Not only the leafy vegetable, well, it is ideal for vegetables like spinach, lettuce. It is an ideal situation. But even for the larger plant, you have to worry about the spacing only. So if one plant is here, the another plant will be at a foot or foot and a half level. But on the other row, you can just skip one hole and can grow another one here. Skip one hole here, then can grow another one here. Skip one hole, and then so that you can cover the entire tower, and you can still have around 10 plants for the bigger vegetables like bell pepper or eggplant or anything. So this is what I was trying to explain here, and I'm very happy that the experiment is quite a good success this year again. Thank you very much. So that was the vertical tower.